The first time I noticed something was off, it was a Tuesday. My wife, Emma, was laughing at her phone, her fingers flying over the screen. When I walked into the room, she flipped it face down too fast. Asterisk, who's that? Asterisk, I asked, trying to sound casual. Just Sarah from work, she said, but her smile didn't reach her eyes. I let it go. Maybe I was imagining things. But then it kept happening. The late-night texts. The sudden work emergencies that had her leaving dinners early. The way she'd pull away when I touched her, like my skin burned hers. One night, I woke up to her whispering in the dark. The bathroom light was on. The door cracked just enough for me to hear the low, urgent tone in her voice. I miss you too, she murmured. Asterisk, but we have to be careful. Asterisk. My stomach dropped. I stayed frozen, listening as her voice softened into something intimate, something that used to be reserved for me. When she finally crept back into bed, I pretended to be asleep. The next morning, she kissed my cheek like nothing was wrong. Asterisk, long night. Asterisk, I asked, watching her carefully. She hesitated for half a second, just long enough to confirm it. Yeah, she said, avoiding my eyes. Asterisk, work stuff. Asterisk. I nodded like I believed her. But I didn't. And that's when I knew. The woman I loved was lying to me. And I was going to find out why. I waited until she left for her yoga class. Her phone was still on the kitchen counter, careless. Or maybe she thought I'd never dare check. I did. The passcode was still our anniversary. A small knife to the ribs. The texts were right there. No names saved, just a number. Asterisk, can't stop thinking about last night. Asterisk. Asterisk, when can I see you again? Asterisk. Asterisk, he's working late tomorrow. Come over. Asterisk. My hand shook so badly, I almost dropped the damn thing. 6 months worth of messages. Photos I wish I hadn't seen. Plans they'd made, hotels, excuses, even jokes about me. I took pictures of everything. Let my thumb hover over the call button. Then the front door opened. She froze when she saw me holding her phone. Asterisk, what are you doing? Asterisk, her voice was sharp, but her face went pale. I tossed it on the counter. Asterisk, who's he? Asterisk. Asterisk, what? Asterisk. Asterisk, the guy you're fucking. Asterisk, I kept my voice flat. Asterisk, who is he? Asterisk. She opened her mouth, closed it. For once, she had no smooth lie ready. It's not. Asterisk, don't. Asterisk, I walked past her, grabbed my keys. Asterisk, just don't. Asterisk. She followed me to the door, grabbing my arm. Please let me explain. I yanked free. Asterisk, explain what? How you've been laughing at me for months. Asterisk. The silence was worse than anything she could have said. I left. Drove nowhere. Sat in an empty parking lot with the engine off, replaying every late shift, every girl's night, every time she'd kissed me like I was the only one. I wasn't. And now I had to decide what to do about it. I didn't sleep that night. By dawn, the anger had hardened into something colder, sharper. I needed proof. Undeniable, irrefutable proof. Not just texts. A confession. Her laptop was still logged in. Emails, deleted but recoverable. Hotel confirmations. A separate Google account I never knew existed, synced to her phone. Photos of them together. His face, a guy I recognized. A colleague of mine. Of course. I copied everything. Backed it up somewhere she'd never find. Then I waited. She came home pretending nothing had happened, moving through the apartment like a ghost. I played my part too. Silent, distant, but not suspicious. Let her think I was just hurt. Let her get comfortable again. 3 nights later, her phone buzzed while she was in the shower. A call from Asterisk work, Dan. Asterisk. I answered. Hey, beautiful. His voice dripped with familiarity. Asterisk, you free tonight? I've got that room booked. Asterisk. I hung up before he could say another word. When she came out, I handed her the phone. Asterisk, Dan called. Asterisk. Her towel slipped. She didn't even notice. What did you? He sounded excited. I said. Asterisk, something about a room? Asterisk. She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. I leaned in close, voice low. Asterisk, here's what's going to happen. You're going to meet him, and I'm going to be there. Asterisk. She shook her head. No, please. Or, I cut her off. Asterisk. I send everything to his wife. And yours. Asterisk. The look on her face was almost worth it. Almost. She nodded. I smiled. Asterisk, good. Text him back. Asterisk. She picked up the phone with trembling hands. Game on. The hotel lobby was all marble and false smiles. I sat in the corner, phone recording, watching the elevator doors. She walked in at exactly 7:03 p.m. Hair down, that black dress I'd bought her. The one she swore was only for me. Dan was already waiting. He pulled her into an embrace right there in the open, his hands sliding down her back like he owned her. I let them get to the room, gave them 5 minutes. Then I took the stairs. Their laughter spilled into the hallway before I even reached the door. His voice breathless. Asterisk, you actually came. Asterisk. Hers, giggling. Asterisk, I told you I would. Asterisk. I knocked. Silence. Then shuffling. The door cracked open just enough for Dan's smug face to appear, then drain of color when he saw me. Surprise, I said, shoving past him. Emma screamed. She scrambled off the bed, sheets clutched to her chest. Oh God. Dan lunged for his pants. Listen, man. I threw the folder at his feet. Printed emails. Text logs. Photos of them together. And at the very top, a single sheet with his wife's number circled in red. You have 1 hour to tell her, I said. Asterisk, or I do. Asterisk. Emma grabbed my arm. Please, we can fix this. I shook her off. Asterisk, we're done. Asterisk. Dan was still stammering when I walked out. The elevator ride down was the quietest minute of my life. By the time I reached the car, my hands had stopped shaking. I sent the recording to both their phones. Attached a copy to Dan's wife for good measure. Then I blocked every number I'd ever known her by. The divorce papers came 3 weeks later. She didn't fight them. I heard through a friend that Dan's wife took the kids and left him the same day. Some people say revenge doesn't heal anything. They're wrong.